So I've received a notice that I won't be able to make videos on YouTube anymore. And I'm going to explain all this. You just got to bear with me. There's a lot going on here. One of the things that I found out is my audience isn't smart enough to understand things. I have to, if I want to continue to work on YouTube, pretend that you're not very smart. I don't know. I guess what I'm going to do, like here, right here, you see this blazing fire? It's pretty cold outside, so today I thought I'd make a fire and do a video in front of the fire. I know a lot of my audience loves watching the fire. Don't believe your lying eyes. There is a fire here, obviously, because you're not smart enough to know the difference. That's what I was told. So enjoy the fire. Actually, no, it's pretty warm in here. It's cold outside, but I started the fire at 5 o'clock this morning and it stayed pretty warm. It's 78 degrees in here still, so the house is holding temperature. To kind of get to the point, I want to talk to you about some of the things that I've said recently and some of the replies I've gotten and information I've gotten from YouTube and just different sources. The other day I made a video about gold, and my assessment is people shouldn't call other people stupid when they themselves may have some intelligence issues. In the video, I was talking about how people will tell me that if you don't have gold, or if you don't understand gold or use gold, you are stupid. So a lot of people reference this other YouTuber. He stands out on the street corner in front of a gold shop and holds out a $2,000 piece of gold. And he tells people on the street, hey, I'll buy your soda for this $2,000 piece of gold for your soda. And people turn him down. And so people come into my comment section when they're talking about gold and say, those people who turn down that gold are so stupid. But here's my thinking, is the person who is commenting isn't very bright either, because he wants to give this person gold for soda, thinking, haha, $2,000 for your soda. But if she doesn't give you the soda, then your gold is worthless. You want the soda, she wants the soda. The value of the soda to her is obviously more important than this piece of gold. Now, what they're going to say is, no, you don't understand. The girl is so stupid, she doesn't even realize that that's real gold. She can go in the shop and check it. It doesn't matter. If she doesn't want to give up her soda for your piece of metal, your gold is worthless. So calling people stupid without analyzing the whole situation makes you stupid. Another example I have is my water system. My water system, in my mind, is pretty dang amazing. I fill the water tank, my IBC tank, up with the well. Then the IBC tank has to stay warm in the wintertime, otherwise it freezes. Pretty common sense. What I have rigged up works really well. I have ventilation in the house that runs from inside the house into a box that the tank sits in. And that ventilation and that heat and that fan blows all that hot air from inside the house into there and keeps everything warm to about -6 degrees. Today, it's in the low 20s, at least it was this morning when I woke up, and inside the tank was 40 degrees. Now, the way I measure the temperature in there is a little bit flawed. So 40 degrees may actually be like 45 degrees, but I always say the tank has never froze. If anything freezes, it's the water pump. I have an RV water pump that sits inside that ventilation, and so that hot air is blowing over that water pump the whole time, but the tank has never froze. The water pump has froze twice. The first year we were here, and my system wasn't very good then, and then this last year when it got down to -6. Well, people don't even listen to what you're saying. You're stupid! You should bury that tank. You'll never freeze then. It never has froze. So why do something, spend lots of money with a backhoe and all that things, digging things up, when what I have is pretty cheap and works? Another solution that I've been called stupid on is bring the RV pump inside. That way the pump doesn't freeze. Okay, so you have a suction on a pump and a discharge on a pump. Right now, the pump sits right next to the tank, inside that ventilation, staying warm, with a small suction hose and a long discharge hose that comes into the house. So if I bring the RV pump inside the house, now I have a long suction hose and a short discharge hose. How does that keep anything from freezing? The suction hose will freeze instead of the discharge hose. So it doesn't make any sense. People just want to rearrange things to call you stupid, tell themselves they're smart. And it's clearly narcissism. I can't tell you how many times people will say things and defend it with all their heart when they have no idea what they're talking about. The wood stove is another example. You cannot convince people that if you run this thing according to the instructions, it is the most amazing, efficient piece of equipment you can have to heat your home. Making sure your firewood is at least 2 years old. You can't convince people of that. They just won't listen to you. Engineers have designed this so that it burns the smoke. Repeatedly, people will put wet firewood in there and say, no, you got to open the door so it burns correctly. Another one I get all the time is the glass. The glass stays clean because I burn dry firewood. The creosote, that sticky, tarry stuff, doesn't get on the window, causing it to cake up and be dirty. Oh, well, I just clean it. That's all you got to do is just clean it. But I don't have to clean it. I don't have to do anything except use dry firewood. Well, I don't even understand the concept that I need to go through all this work, cleaning the chimney, cleaning the glass, so I don't have to put my firewood out there and let it dry for 2 years. Putting the firewood out there for 2 years to let it dry, I do nothing. I do nothing more than what I did before. I just have to let it sit there. It's quite the lazy operation. But the concept is no. That's too much work. What it is, it's poor planning. And so I'm the stupid one for having planned. One of the things I love is people will say, you're an idiot, in my comments. I don't care if you have good grammar or not. It doesn't make me any difference. Everybody has their quirks. Everybody has their strong suits. Everybody has their weaknesses. But when you are calling someone an idiot, you better have an idea of how to spell all that information. You're an idiot. So that's 3 words. They always spell wrong. They always spell Y-O-U-R. You should spell it Y-O-U''re. You are, your. And then the other thing they always mess up is A-N. They always spell it with an A. But you got to remember, if the next word, idiot, is a vowel, it's always A-N. If it's a consonant, then it should be A. There's other rules to that also, so don't think that I've covered everything there. And then, for some reason, the word idiot just isn't ever spelled right. So 3 words, 3 shots, 100% failure rate, and I'm the idiot. It's a pretty good indication that if, first, your education level is so high that you can only come up with 3 words to explain why I don't know something, then I would say that you probably have a lack of intelligence yourself. And if you can't spell any of the 3 words correctly, all hope is lost. So you're just name calling because you have no idea what you're talking about. The one I love is when you get a YouTuber to come onto my channel and explain to me what's wrong with my channel. It's classic. And I get it a lot. They will come in, and it doesn't matter. They come in, and what they want to do is advertise their channel on your channel. Now, it used to be that the YouTube experts told you to do that. If you're going to go to someone else's channel and comment in the comment section to drag my audience over to your audience, you always comment about the video. Make sure you watch the video. Don't say, oh, come over to my channel, check me out. You're never supposed to do that. You're supposed to say, we talked about wood stoves today. I understand what you mean by dry firewood. I have a wood stove also. The drier the firewood, below 20%, the better it burns, something like that. And then people will read that comment and say, he's got a wood stove also. And they'll click on the channel and go over there and watch his channel about wood stoves. Well, YouTube is starting to ask people not to do that. As a matter of fact, they've asked content creators like myself to delete those kind of comments because it drags traffic all over the place to unrelated channels. So I have an off-grid channel, and somebody comments who has a cooking channel, they're dragging my audience over to a cooking channel. It confuses the algorithm. So they don't want you to do that anymore. But it doesn't matter. They still do it. People still do it. So the other day, someone comes over to my channel and says, I'm unsubscribing from your channel. I do not agree with the way you're doing something on your channel. Now, it doesn't matter what I was doing or not doing. I feel like I have an okay, I've worked really hard, successful channel. It's not too terribly bad. I wish I could do better. but I know my flaws. I know my strengths. I have nearly 90,000 subscribers. I'm so close to 100,000 subscribers to get my play button. I figure by this year, maybe next year, I should have 100,000. I'm doing okay, especially for an old guy. I've always said that old people have less success on YouTube than younger people, but I don't want to get into that. So he comes over and he says, I disagree with the way you're running your channel. You need to do it this way. Now, I recognize that people are stupid and what you're doing attracts those people to come watch your videos, but I refuse to do that on my channel. You should do it properly. So I go over to his channel and he's got 500 subscribers. I've been doing videos for several years. He's got 500 subscribers. So almost 90,000 subscribers, 500 subscribers. He gets 42 views. So his idea is that I stop doing what is fairly successful and start doing what he's doing. So I replied, wait a minute. Why are you calling my audience stupid? Why are you calling me stupid when you clearly understand the reasoning behind what I do to my channel? But you, on the other hand, have 500 subscribers, barely get any views, and want me to do it your way. You want me to lose subscribers, you want me to lose views for what? And I said, you know what they say? A person who does the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, is usually called, I think they say crazy, but I use the word stupid. So today I get a comment saying that this person has reported me to YouTube for lying. Now, there is a requirement in the YouTube rules for monetization. So in order for you to get paid for your videos, you got to follow, I think there's 7 or 8 rules that you got to follow. One of them is dishonesty. Now, when you read the clause in the dishonesty, it doesn't mean lying, which I don't think I lie, but we'll get into that in a minute. What it means is you cannot teach someone how to break the law, is basically what it means. You cannot teach someone how to pick a lock. You cannot teach someone how to trespass on a piece of property, violating, you just can't do any of that. That's what they're calling dishonest. But he suggested that I am lying and therefore I need to be taken off YouTube because I am harming, he literally said this, my stupid subscribers. What he is saying is I don't live off grid. He is saying that if you have internet, that automatically disqualifies you from being off grid. And since I am uploading videos to YouTube, so he has no proof. So he's not even an American, innocent until proven guilty. He's already found me guilty. He said that I don't even live here on an off-grid property. I come visit, make a YouTube video, and then I go home. And he says, I don't even understand it because you're making a video in the rain. Why don't you just make videos when it's nice and pretty outside and then go home and edit your videos? So he doesn't even understand the rules of YouTube. He thinks he does. So he's calling us stupid when he is the one that is stupid. And he's calling people liars. So YouTube reviewed my video and, like they always do, approved for manual review. So if you'll click this up next box to take, so I hope I can inspire you to identify the real stupid when you live in your dreams. Thanks for watching.